Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. Hello, it's Tracy with Country Charm by Tracy. I am so glad to be here with you all today. On my page, this is Craft and Chat with Tracy, and it is where I craft with you in real time and kind of show you my process of what I do as I'm going along. So hello everyone, I am so glad to see you and have so many people joining me. Thank you so much, guys. I am also in, it is my segment of Craft Round the Clock, so I am also live in there as well. So welcome if you're watching in the Craft Round the Clock group. If you don't know what Craft Round the Clock is, it is a free Facebook group that has 24/7 365 days of crafting, either live or on the replay. So I am so glad to be here with you guys today. Of course, I've had some issues. It wouldn't be a Wednesday of Craft and Chat with Tracy if I didn't have some issues. Hello, Rhonda. Hi, Misty. Hi, Peggy, Jackie. Hi, Mara. I'm so glad that y'all are all here. Hello to my fellow hostess sisters. I am so honored to be here with you because Craft Round the Clock group is such a tight-knit group. And also, it's just wonderful to have so much, support of each other and that kind of thing. It's a free group that you can join on Facebook. They're also on YouTube. That's good because that's where I started and that's kind of my heart and that kind of thing. Hi, Charlotte. Anyway, so today what we're going to be doing is working with some leopard. Now, don't worry. Once I get started on my craft, I will bend you down. Over the past few weeks, I have had, some questions about, I can't see what you're doing. Well, I do like to welcome you all, kind of tell you about myself a little bit. My name is Tracy. I craft here at Country Charm by Tracy. I love to share crafty ideas with a bit of rustic country charm, just like today's projects. I always kind of like I said, I just need a little recording and that kind of thing. And so I am in the great state of Texas. And in a little town called Brenham, and so I am honored and blessed to be here with you guys. Okay, I will bend you down once we get into the craft and that kind of thing. But today, what we're going to be working on is a door hanger, and so what I'm going to be using some leopard print and using one of these trucks from the Dollar Tree. Also, the wood round that I'm going to be using is one of these 15-inch wood rounds from burrowwood.com. I'm not affiliated with him yet. You can find his link in my link tree that is in the description of the video if you're interested. He has very good customer service. He also is in the USA, in this great state of Georgia, and so he is fast shipping. And so these are 1/4-inch birch wood. And so if you need, if you're looking for rounds or like wood rounds, or you're looking for other kind of, I think he has pumpkins and stuff now too. So I need to check it out a little bit more. But his link to his website is in my link tree, which is my favorite links. All my favorite links are there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is bend you down so that I can get started, because like I said, I am on my segment of Craft Round the Clock. And so during my segment, I have 45 minutes to craft. So that is what we're going to be doing today. Now, I've already given my 15-inch round a coat of plaster color, just chalk paint, and so I am going to be using this color. It's desert turquoise. It's just Americana brand, and so I have some other things. I prepped just a little bit because I needed to, because I only have 45 minutes. All right, this truck came from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to work on that in just a minute. But so I can get my stripes to be drying, what I'm going to do is, this is one of my favorite ways to make stripes for my for my rounds. And so I'm just gonna put some paint on there. I am in full fall crafting mode. If you do not know, I do sell some things locally in my hometown, and so I have including wreaths and also like these door hangers and that kind of. Well, I started this year, and I wanted to make this turquoise one, and so with the Leopard truck, that is very popular in my area, and so I said, well, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm just using a 3/4 inch brush, and I just start somewhere, and I just kind of go around and just start making the stripes as I go along. I've been doing this for, you know, such a long time that I just guesstimate it, and, you know, they're not perfect, but someone who wants to be a little bit more precise can always take out a ruler and measure. I'm just giving it all the way around, and I tell you, ever since I got this Lazy Susan, I got this Lazy Susan at Hobby Lobby during the spring season when they were on sale, and it has just been a godsend. I'm like, where have you been all my life? I've just, you know, been a painter for so long and just never really thought about it. Okay, so then there we go. So once that dries a little bit, then I'm going to go back and paint the edges. Usually whatever stripe I'm doing, I will also paint the edges of it, but I'm going to let that dry just a little bit. I'm going to work on my truck. Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here, no matter if you're watching now live with me as I'm crafting on my page, or if you're watching later on the replay, if you're watching on YouTube. I so appreciate you so much. Okay, so this paper came from Hobby Lobby, of course, and what I did is I just, you know, cut it out to the size of this truck. Now this truck is already turquoise, but I'm making a leopard in turquoise, so this just didn't really fit my need. And so what I've done is I've already put a coat of Mod Podge on it, because I'm going to be doing the heat transfer method of the Mod Podge. And if you're not familiar with it, I'm just getting a piece of parchment paper here. I think everyone has seen the Mod Podge heat transfer method, but if you're not familiar with it, you need a little iron. I'm just using my Cricut mini press just because it's just a little mini iron, but they find little irons at Walmart or Joann's, or even Amazon has them. Anyway, so like I said, there's a thin layer of Mod Podge on here. It's already dry, completely dry. I do make sure that I pay attention to the edges so that I don't, so that it doesn't curl up. And so then the parchment paper just adds as a barrier. I think other people use other kind of paper, just something to kind of protect it a little bit. Oh, Jeanette is sweet. She says, I've been binge watching your YouTube. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I have a playlist full of just country crafts. I consider myself a craft junkie, meaning I do all kind of crafts. And so I love to paint. I love to do wreaths. I love to do Dollar Tree flips, or actually, I don't even consider them Dollar Tree flips anymore. Any craft store, Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, anywhere, even thrift stores. You know, if you find something cute, you can flip it into really cute decor. Hello. Hi, Anna Banana. How are you doing, sweetie? So I'm so appreciate. I see so many of my sweet friends here, Miss Barb and Deborah, Jeanette. Hi, Debbie, my sister. Debbie is my sweet longtime friend. She and I have been friends for over 25 years. She and I did craft shows together, and just such a sweet, sweet person, and just supportive of whatever I do. I love you, girl. Hey Janet, the Nanny's Nook. Hey Julia and Sandy. Guys, if I don't call out your name, it's just because Facebook, the comments go by so fast, but I do appreciate you so much. Janet, the Nanny's Nook says, are your boys happy to be back in school? No. And let me tell you, Fanny, Mom, had an adjustment today. Like the house, I was complaining that the house was too noisy. Well, now today it's like, oh my goodness, I don't hear my well, he's 16 now, his game or his TV going on next door. I'm like, the house is too quiet. I will adjust. I promise I will adjust. Anyway, so my grandson is in 2nd grade. I did post their pictures this morning. So this is how the paper looks on there, and it's all ready to go. And so what I've done, this is the what I need to do is paint the tires. I'm going to do that next, and then this right here, this is going to be my tailgate, and I'm going to paint welcome on here. That's usually my go-to because I can you know, measure it out the best. And so but you know, people can be creative in everything that they do. You could use stickers or Cricut or anything like that. Jeanette says, wait until they all move out. It's creepy quiet. Girl, yes, I believe you. You know, I've been retired a year now from my day job. And so, you know, it was an adjustment to have them home. I'm like, you know, I was used to being a stay-at-home mom, worked at home. And so, you know, I did my videos either live or on YouTube. You know, I would pre-record videos and put them up on YouTube. And so then when summer came around, I'm like, I'm not liking, they were like cramping my style. But then, you know, you get used to them being here and it's quiet, and I'm like, oh my goodness, today's an adjustment. Well, I didn't sleep well last night. Anyway, I guess I was just, you know, just kind of thinking, hadn't really decided on what I was doing today for my segment of Craft Around the Clock. Surprise, surprise. I never do. And then I, you know, I had my alarm set. I wasn't really afraid that I was going to oversleep, but I could not turn my mind off. What I'm doing, guys, is I like to, in my tailgate, I like to put some styrofoam. So what I'm doing is the ends are going to be exposed a little bit. So I'm just painting the ends so that you won't see them. So it'll make more sense once I do it. Thanks so much, Bernice, for sprinkling. That means just to spread the charm or share it out with your friends. And we're not supposed to say that word. Anyway, it is what it is. Okay, so let me see. You know what? I don't want to waste the time. I can go back later. What I'll do on the finished door hanger, I will paint the edges, but that kind of takes, you know, a little bit of time. And since I'm on my segment of Craft Around the Clock, I do want to get finished today. So next, what I want to do is add my faux plaid pattern. That's just what I call it. So I'm just using granite gray. This is apple barrel. It's my favorite gray color for my background. And I'm using my fan brush. That's just my preference. And it looks like I scraped the paint a little bit, but that's okay because my truck is going to cover it up. So we are good. So I just take my brush and just go down. Now I do have a couple of other door hanger videos on my YouTube channel that show, because I've started doing these door hangers, and so I now have a orange and blue welcome fall, and then I have a black and turquoise. Now that was the one that, because I am a Cricut partner, and so they had reached out to me to showcase their reusable, no, not their reusable, what was it called? They reached out to me to flexible stencil. They're flexible stencil. I couldn't remember the name. Anyway, you can't reuse it. It's just a one-time use. Anyway, they had reached out to me and said, hey, will you, showcase this? So I had done a video for them and showed this very pretty welcome word that's in Cricut Design Space, and how to use the stencil to do the pretty words, because I can hand letter. I do have the gift of hand lettering. All glory to the Lord for that. And I say that humbly. I don't say that to be bragging or anything, but I can only do blocky letters with happy dots, and I can't do a lot of calligraphy or like loopy letters. And so I was grateful to have that stencil to reach out to that. Okay, so then that's how my faux plaid pattern looks. Okay, we'll let that dry. All right, and so then now see, because my tailgate's going to go right there. It's going to go right there. All right. So then I think I'm going to use this, which is buttermilk. Hey Donna, hey Charlotte, hey Secondhand Treasures. Oh, Debbie, hi Debbie. Bernice, Brooklyn, thank you so much. And okay, so then now what I want to do is just add just a little bit of color here, just to kind of give me a little space that I can write my welcome on. So yes, my son, he's 16, and then my grandson, he's 8. They just live right next door, and so my son and my grandson live right next door, and so I'm grateful because he took them to school for me this morning. He and I will take turns, but with gas prices, he was off today. My son is off today, and so he's like, his boss usually gives him off on the first day of school because she knows that he has a young son and that kind of thing. And so I'm like, hey, because y'all, I've told you that before. My son is 16. He has no interest in driving, guys. He doesn't. He started the online parent taught because in our school we don't have any kind of driver's ed or anything. I've told y'all that before. He is, and I like try to guilt trip him, and I'm like, what are your friends going to say? Your buddies, they're going to say, boy, dude, you could be having your license and drive, and you're not. And he's like, I don't care. And he really doesn't. He's just that type. He doesn't care. Jeanette's asking, what's the difference between stencil vinyl and regular temporary vinyl? I have no idea. That is just not reusable. That flexible vinyl, it's only a one time. So, like I said, that's the first time that I used stencil vinyl, and so it's just a one-time use. The wood, this wood round is from Burrow Wood, and these are from Amazon. You can find both of them in my link tree, which is my favorite links. You can find both of those in my link tree, which is in the description of the video. It's just where all my favorite links are. And so Burrow Wood is listed there. And so I ordered these from him. They're 15-inch, quarter-inch, 15-inch round, and then a quarter-inch thick birch wood. And so they're very good quality, and so I am so grateful. Yes, Tina says you have to make him. It will be good. It will be for his own good. You are so right. You are so right. We have had so many struggles with him over the years. I prayed for that child. I prayed. I prayed so hard for that child, and God has made me work for that, all these years. My boys are 9 years apart in age. And I only say that because, you know, because of the age difference, I honestly thought that my oldest was going to be it. But then 9 years later, we were blessed with Spencer. And so he was born with ADHD. And I don't say that to have an excuse, but he has a very, very strong will. And it's kind of like, if he sets his mind that he doesn't want to do something, he doesn't want to do that. You're right, Diane. He will regret it. Yes. You're right. Diane says he will regret it. My daughter didn't care until she turned 18. Was like, I need my license. He will want to work one day. You are so right. Yes, ma'am. I know he will. And so it is my prayer that, you know, like he started school today, and that he will, you know, his friends will be like, dude, what's your problem? What? You could have been driving to school first day. You know, and that's what I told him. I said, we haven't even looked for you anything to drive because you have taken no interest in driving, you know? Hey, Deborah. Hey, Margie. Okay, Jeanette, you can watch on the replay. It will be posted on my page as well as on my YouTube. Okay, so I'm just drying that up real quick. All right, so this is good. I don't have to do a whole lot to this because we use the paper. And so let's see. I just want to make sure that this is dry, because then I like to add some shading. Hey, Rebecca. I'm so glad you caught me live as well. All right. Okay, so now I'm just using a 1/2 inch flat paintbrush, and then my favorite brown paint, which is milk chocolate. Yeah, I've heard me say that before. So this is just my favorite way to shade my projects. I just dip half of my brush in paint, the other half in clean water. Then I blend on a paper towel just to blend it into the brush. And so what I do is then I just go around and give it just a little bit of color, a little depth to it. And it's not perfect because I don't want it to be. Oops, that's way too dark. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix that. I want it to be kind of like this consistent. That's a little too dark. That's no problem. I'm going to fix that. And guys, I am a one-woman show, meaning I don't have anybody to help. If any of my friends are here that are asking questions, if you know the answer, if you would kindly answer any questions that, you know, because I will go back later after the live, because I don't multitask very well as far as reading and, you know, doing my craft. And so, I will go back and answer any question that you may have. And I am just really all over the place with my paint today. My goodness gracious. It's all right. We are good. Like I said, my stuff is not perfect. And if it gets a little too dark, I'll go back in, just add a little bit of that, a little bit of that. All right. Sometimes if I'm a little dark in one area, I might go back, you know, over the others, just to, you know, so that it all kind of blends in a little bit. Like I said, I do not sweat the small stuff, I promise. Okay, there we go. All right, that's good. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. All right, then so this should be dry. So then we're going to work on our lettering. All righty. All right, let's see. I need to add a little bit here before I add my lettering. Okay, like I said, my go-to is welcome, only because that's just what I've been doing for so many years. Let me find. I have just, you know, I have tons and tons of brushes. I have my favorite brushes, but you know, I'm kind of adventuring out and trying to find other brushes as well. Because sometimes, you know, you can't find the brushes that I like. I'm so hard on my brushes. Anyway, this is in my favorite paint brushes. This is the number 2. It's a itty bitty flat liner brush. It's in my Amazon favorites. The reason that I say that is because I get questions all the time. What brushes do you use? So that's why I just kind of tell you where I get those from. I can only find them on Amazon. They're the Donna Dewberry brushes. I think that's her name, Donna Dewberry. It is just so incredibly quiet in here. I have my little diffuser on, and that's all I can hear. But usually I would hear his TV next door, and the return air for the upstairs here is in his room. So I would make him leave his door open, because otherwise it would get hot. And so I'm like, it's too hot because I have all these lights on in here. So you have to leave that door open. So even though you couldn't really hear it on the video, I could like hear his TV. And so it's going to be a little adjustment for Mom. And then also my grandson would stay with me when his dad worked. And so, you know, it was because my grandma's name is Fanny. And so he would be like, Fanny, I'm hungry. You know, Fanny, can I have a snack? And it would always be around, you know, lunchtime or dinner time. When he would say, can I have a snack? You know, I'm just like, well, you're hungry because it's lunchtime. So, so welcome is my usual go-to, just because I can, oh yes, Charlotte says she used to watch Donna Dewberry paint. Yes, me too. These are like her brushes. I think they're the one stroke brushes. They're the Donna Dewberry brushes, and the only place I can find them now is on Amazon. Used to I could find them in the store, like Hobby Lobby would have them, but not anymore. So whatever. So they're just my favorite brushes. Okay, all right. Okay, so then that is how that looks. All right, okay, yes. Now, you know, I need to doodle up my, but I want to get finished with this, so I need to, you know, shade that, do my black Sharpie marker, all of that stuff. So we need to, you know, I'm going to have to work on that. I'm going to put some highlighting on there and all of that good stuff. Move some of this stuff out of the way. Dry this up a little bit. Hi Kate. Hi Rose. Hi Charlotte. Hey, Donna. So one of the questions that I get a lot is, you know, about hand lettering and stuff. In my link tree, there is my favorite, not my favorite, there is some fonts, some free fonts that you can, like I have listed on my blog, that you can, you know, like download for free from defont.com, and then you can like practice. Like, you know, you can download them on your computer. And okay, let me just tell you what I'm doing, and then I'll tell you about that. All right, so whoop. All right, so when I make my little tailgate, I like to stick stuff in my tailgate. So I have 2 of these larger tumbling tower blocks that I get from Five Below, and in this past spring our town did get a Five Below. They look like this. They're like the Jenga blocks, but they, you know, I guess for copyright purposes, they can't say Jenga, they say tumbling tower. Anyway, so I like to use those, and just going to glue some of this on there. And so that's why I have this styrofoam, because I like to give it some height. And then that is what I'm going to stick onto my truck. And then I'm going to stick my things in it. Now, some of you that have been following me for a little bit, you may have seen me do this with some of my trucks, because the place that I do sell, I just sell locally, and they have customers that do like the trucks. I'm trying not to, if anything's not dry. Okay. So that's kind of what it looks like on the back. It doesn't look very good, but the stuff is going to go in there. All right, so then for my truck, that's what I'm going to do. And I just put my glue up. And if you were with me last week, we had a big conversation on the big tubes of E6000 and the small tubes. I just get them from Amazon. I just can control them a little bit better. And so it just works better for me. Also need to add the treads of my tires. But you kind of get the idea. And also need to add my black splattering. I love that. I need to you know, doodle this up a little bit, but you kind of get the idea. I am on my segment of Craft Round the Clock, so I will definitely post pictures of everything that, you know, I need to shade this up and doodle it up and all of that good stuff. So I'm just using my fan brush and some of this. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's good. It's still wet. So I just take my fan brush. This is just my preference of how I do it. Oh, they're a little too clumpy. Hang on. Let me maybe use some over here. Maybe some more. That paint's a little dry, so it is clumping up, and I don't like that. I know, Miss Terry. Why does the paint? Why does the time go by so fast? It does. It does. So I'm going to take a little bit of the paint. It's still. I'm going to make just a little bit of the treads of the tires. That's what my goal is. Just like that. And then for my back glass, I'm just using that granite gray paint. It is an apple barrel that you can get at Walmart or anywhere. You know, Hobby Lobby even has it as well. And so for it, I'm just gonna paint the back glass. So Leopard animal print is pretty popular at the store. I made some fall animal print last year and it went over very well. So it's still, you know, you're still seeing it in the store and stuff like that. So, okay. All right, that looks so good, so good. Okay, so while this is drying, this is what I'm going to use, guys, for my tail lights. This is just from 4th of July, but these little balls are styrofoam balls, and I just take my serrated knife and I'm going to cut it in half. And I didn't cut in half very well. Let me try one more. If not, I might need to do it later. Oh, that one did better. This one was not. That one was being ornery. Anyway, that is going to be, I'm going to glue those tail lights on once I get finished. That's going to be my tail lights. And so I just wanted to pass that tip along. If you are making things that need tail lights, get some of this. They have different, this is from 4th of July, but they have different ones like this from different, you know, different seasons. You know, they have, I mean, Christmas is coming up too. I also saw that Hobby Lobby has their Christmas stuff 40% off already. So I don't know if any of y'all have been in the store to see that, but that's what I saw on the list, on the ad. You know, the ad that comes out every Sunday. I thought I saw that, unless I was dreaming that. So then now I like to add a little bit of shimmer, and I like to use this Deco Art metallic silver. And so I should have shaken it up, but let me get another plate. I got paint and plate on my brain. So I like to give it a little bit of shimmer. And also what I like to do is, like these right here, I like to use those. I'm going to add some gray down here for the bumper, and I'm also going to add some silver right here, or some gray for like the rear view mirrors. So I will post a picture of everything. But like I said, since I am on my segment of Craft Around the Clock, I only have 45 minutes, so I just want to get the gist of it so y'all can get the idea. All right. You know, I love it. I'm going to pull out my Excelsior, and that is going to be like my hay for my little truck. Guys, these little hay bales are going to go in my truck. You know, we need a cute turquoise truck to, or leopard truck to haul our hay. So these are at, I found some at Dollar Tree. I think these came from Hobby Lobby. And so these are little hay bales. And so I like to stick these in the back of my trucks, just to, you know, add a little bit of cuteness to it. And so to get something for it to stick in, I'm just using my paper piercer and a toothpick, and then I just glue that in there. And then that is what I'm going to, oops, I didn't put a hole in there deep enough. And then that is what I'm going to stick in the bed of my truck. Isn't that going to be so cute? Oh my goodness, yes, so cute, so cute. All right. I just love these little hay bales. And I just love these trucks from the Dollar Tree. I've been doing it for several years, kind of redecorating, or you know, repurposing these little trucks. Now, this is kind of this was the reason for this door hanger. It's because I got this ribbon from Craft Outlet. That is my favorite place to get ribbons. So this is going to be in my bow that I'm going to be using, you know, for my door hanger. So what I do is and I just love this fine Excelsior because it just, you know, it just kind of acts like hay for me. And so it just kind of covers up a lot of the, you know, a lot of the stuff. I'm gonna stick my little hay bales in there. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. That is just so stinking cute. Now I also got some of these sunflowers from the Dollar Tree. Guys, do they have these this year? I've had these for I don't know, last year or maybe the year before. I so hope they have these again this year. I'm serious. I haven't really been to Dollar Tree shopping much, so I need to get some more of these. So that's the reason why I stick that styrofoam in there, because then I can stick, like I stick my hay bales in there, I can stick my little flowers in there. Oh, Mary says yes they do. Oh, thank you, Miss Mary. Oh goodness, maybe I need to go. I do need to get some more of the 14-inch wreath frames because I've been doing so many wreaths for the gift shop. So I'm like, oh, Trace, you need to go get you some more wreath frames. So now y'all can see why I put the styrofoam and why I painted it, you know, because you can see the end of it, and you're going to be able to see that, you know, when it's on my door hanger. So what I'm going to need to do is, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade my truck as far as, like, you know, put some doodling around it, and I need to do some for the back glass, and also I'm going to do the bumper. So once I will get that posted, and I will get that you know, the picture taken. I will add it to my Facebook as well as share it over in the Craft Round the Clock and also on my community page on my YouTube, because a lot of my friends watch later on YouTube. So right here is where I'm going to put my little styrofoam tail lights. And then I pulled out some pip berries. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these because I'll have to cut them down, but these little I love pip berries. I'm primitive country at heart. This is off of a garland from Hobby Lobby, you know, in the fall section. And then these I get all year round when they're in the garland, when they get them, you know, 50% off. So that is what we're going to be doing. So I just love this. Like I said, guys, I need to finish my door hanger. I like to put some little white highlights on it and do my black Sharpie marker and all of that good stuff. But this is how my truck is gonna look. I just love it so much. It's going to be so cute. And the rounds are they don't have any holes in it, but I'll use my drill and put 2 holes in it. But usually I wait till I get it painted because I don't want to, like, get it off, because you saw I'm a sloppy painter and I want to make sure that it is correct. So I will put my little styrofoam, you know, balls on there. That's going to be my tail lights. And I need to add a few more little flowers and stuff like that. And then, you know, doodle up, you know, with my black Sharpie marker, add my black paint splatters and all of that stuff. And I will post pictures, like I said, on my Facebook. I'll share it in the Craft Around the Clock group. I'll share it on all of my social medias because every time I finish a project, I always have to add something to it. I just do. That's just my nature. That is just my nature. And probably what I'll do, I like to add a little dimension to my trucks. And so what I have found and what I started using is I got some of this larger fun foam. It's a 5M. I have all different colors. And so it's already, it's already the colors. And so I have red and green and blue and pink and light brown, and this is black, and then the dark brown. So I probably add a little bit of that underneath here just to add some dimension. It just adds a little character, you know, and stuff to your project. It just adds a little bit of, you know, to your, you know, it just adds a little bit of character to the project anyway. So again, the wood round came from Barrel Wood. It's a 15-inch wood round and it's a 1/4 inch thick. The truck came from Dollar Tree. The Leopard scrapbook paper came from Hobby Lobby. The little tailgate sign is from Amazon. Those are in my Amazon shop. The hay bales, these came from Hobby Lobby, but I've also seen them at the Dollar Tree. The little sunflowers also came from the Dollar Tree. The Excelsior came from Hobby Lobby. As you can see, there's always some, oh, what I was going to tell y'all. In my link tree, there is, like I say, hand lettering fonts. In my link tree, there's like one little box that has hand lettering fonts. I have like a list of fonts on my blog that you can practice, and then there you go. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned. I will post pictures of my finished project. We'll talk to y'all soon. God bless. Y'all have a great day. Talk to y'all later. Bye.